Hi, I'm Aaron Beck with HorrorView, and Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey is directed by Reese Waterfield. And it's about Christopher Robin, who has grown up with your lovable creatures of the 100-Acre Wood and decides, as he gets older and more mature, that he needs to pursue a career as a doctor. So he leaves the lovable creatures from the 100-Acre Wood and lets them fend for themselves over the winter, where food is scarce and Pooh and Piglet decide to eat everyone. Love it. This movie was spawned out of the fact that Winnie the Pooh is now officially in the public domain, and so what else to do with the license than turn it into a horror movie? I was originally very excited to see this film, thinking that the concept is one part hilarious and another part just completely stupid. However, it's not a good movie. I can see what they were trying to do with it. They were trying to create this new form of terror in by taking, you know, your childhood heroes, and especially someone as lovable as Winnie the Pooh, and turning him into a serial killer is like kind of an okay idea, but it just wasn't executed very well. So I think there are plans to make more. There is apparently a sequel planned through a very Marvel-style end of credits thing saying Winnie the Pooh will return. So they're probably not going to let go of this character anytime soon. For the life of me, I cannot figure out whether or not this movie is trying to be self-aware or completely serious. The acting wasn't amazing, but you could tell that the actors were definitely trying to portray fear or emotion, and they were doing their darndest for what they were given, and I'll give them complete credit for that. The kills in this film are not as creative as I would have liked. There was a semi-creative kill that was in the film that involved crushing someone's head under a car tire. Nothing else really stood out to me. There was a really weird gratuitous nude moment which didn't serve any purpose aside from the fact that it's like, hey, tits on a screen. They use a lot of practical effects in this film, and on a budget of $100,000 you can kind of see specifically where the budgets were put, mainly in the prosthetics of Winnie the Pooh and Piglet. There was a weird subplot with a girl who had been stalked by a man and essentially sexually assaulted in her bedroom, and so she's like dealing with this trauma. After like a suggestion from a psychologist saying, oh, you know, maybe get some fresh air, go out with some friends, do something. And so her and I think 4 other friends go to this cabin in the woods. It's like literally just on the border of the 100-Acre Wood. Obviously you're going to get attacked by Pooh and Piglet throughout this film. And so the subplot I was thinking was going to come in play of this female overcoming her trauma, and that would have been like a cool, empowering moment. But they threw it out the fucking window. Everything that you think could be good about this movie, they didn't do it. There's one point where she has a gun. She doesn't use it. There was at one point a random other character was introduced into the story. And she served no purpose to the grand scheme of things, but it was the camera work, the cinematography was shot to make it seem like it was such an important pivotal moment, but we only just met this character, and this grudge that she has with Piglet was just like, okay. The concept of Christopher Robin being a protagonist against an evil Pooh and Piglet that have gone crazy is such a great idea that I like. You know, it's like Tommy Jarvis and Jason. It's like Nancy and Freddy. It's you know, you want to have your yin and yang when it comes to a horror / a villain. What I will say though, the positives, the positive things about this film is there's a cool opening sequence that uses kind of sketchy animation, which I thought was really fascinating to watch. And I'm like, this actually looks creative. The practical effects were good. They were decent, you know, with the budget that they had. There's something so funny about seeing Winnie the Pooh's stupid face. Oh god. Is it worth watching? Maybe. There's some moments that you might laugh at because of how ridiculous it is. At no point was I scared. At no point was there really any tension. You kind of just knew, okay, these girls are going to die and Winnie the Pooh and Piglet are going to kill them. So I'm going to give this a 3 out of 10. Maybe a 2 out of 10. No, the opening alone gives it an extra credit. So I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10 for kind of not worth it. I'm lost for words, guys. I'm just gonna go. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Watch it if you want to. Bye.